the new and improved FAMAS. This fast-firing assault rifle, when it was launched on day 1 for Cold War, it was actually a pretty mediocre assault rifle, as it has mid to high recoil, has the lowest damage, the base damage, and has a very small magazine capacity of 25 rounds. And normally, even some of the most SMGs able to do a lot better than the FAMAS. Now they did also, I think a few weeks later, during the course of November, December, they have nerfed a little bit with the FAMAS in terms of its base damage and given a little bit more recoil, making the gun even worse. And at that point, I even considered the FAMAS to be the worst assault rifle in Cold War zombies. But Treyarch then feel a little bit, a little bit of a regret, and they did a little bit tunings, such as they reduced recoil even more. And also give a little bit of his base damage a little bit back. But now with the mid-season update, where the weapon got a huge weapon rebalance, or weapon tuning, it makes weapons a lot more viable now. Now I'm not going to go over all the weapons, what they have changed, but I will go over the ones that actually pique my interest. The FAMAS, for example. Of course, the critical damage multiplier was 2.4. Now it's about 4.4. It really depends on the weapon you have. I didn't really see much of the patch note, or not really exactly what the number value it is, but it's definitely pretty high.
Got an exfil option, strike team.
And of course, one of the beauty of it too, they add, that's exclusive to zombies, is the magazine capacity has been increased. So it's no longer 25 rounds, which it is now 40. Which you won't find it in multiplayer or Warzone. And that means if you equip it with the last extended mag, which usually is 44 rounds, that bumped it up to 70 rounds on the FAMAS. And that's not counting Pack-a-Punch. But when you do decide to Pack-a-Punch the Win owner, you'll get 174 rounds in total, which is basically a lot more higher, which is basically an LMG level, which is pretty crazy. So having a much lower recoil, of course with the right attachment, but also give it the recoil, decreased recoil quite a bit. A higher critical damage multiplier, which is almost like headshot. And a larger magazine capacity. This alone makes a FAMAS one of the most deadliest weapons to have. And of course I'm playing on round 3-1, which normally it's a little more harder to do. Where most weapons just wouldn't work well against a zombie. Of course, with a well-placed body shot to a full damage zombie, with dead shot, it will multi-kill the normal zombies with just one shot to the head. And it goes to many weapons as well. But due to the fact that the FAMAS has the highest rate of fire in these rifles, it definitely has the meltiest time to kill, and definitely shreds the specials and elite zombies, and depends on the right ammo mod. So overall, the FAMAS is what was the worst assault rifle in Cold War zombies in my opinion, but now has become one of my favorite assault rifles, and one of the biggest buffs it desperately needs, which I did not expect for them to increase the magazine capacity. I thought it would be a unique trade-off, and plus that's how the FAMAS had back then with the 25 round straight box magazine. But but they went ahead and actually buffed it. So it's quite nice they did. So yeah, usually, normally I used to hate the FAMAS because of the recoil, which I just couldn't stand it. But now, it just shreds. It's one of the most beautiful things that I have ever witnessed. And this makes the FAMAS even a better SMG. Especially that you get the bonus of actually doing more damage at longer ranges than you do in close quarters. Make it even more deadlier and actually kind of nuts. And I might even consider the FAMAS to be a nice rival to either the MAC-10 or the PPSH-41. It's just that good. It does have lots of ammo to go around with, so I basically have no problems of burning my ammo or running out of ammo. After all, you do get ammo cache around the map, but sometimes you can get an ammo clip from certain enemies. And of course, they did buff the zombies' health, so it's no longer capped at 30 at round about 30k health at round 40. Now, I think somewhere around 80 or 85, that's when it's going to be up to 1,000 of health, which is quite a lot. And these are probably where the weapons definitely going to feel a little bit down, fall from a bit. But able to reach at high rounds is pretty insane. And you can see that just that, I got that one shot with that zombie with just one shot to the head at full health. Almost instantly, so it takes about 2 bullets now for a normal zombie to hit. And it did have its bullet velocity nerf, but it wasn't really that much of a nerf. Of course, I have the task force barrel, which does increase the bullet velocity. And I had to say, I'm actually grateful for these weapon tuning. That makes I have a lot more replay value of the weapons, and I actually feel I'm actually enjoying the higher rounds even more. Because we all know from the trend that most weapons are just not that good on high rounds, or higher you go. Normally people would just use a motor weapon or shotgun to go for high rounds. But I am very grateful that at least they have made more weapons a lot more viable now. And that's the thing I always improve. It's always one of those quality of life improvements that I enjoy. That keeps the game more healthy and basically keep the variety more interesting. And now with the changes, I like to see how other people would do and rock with certain weapons of their choice.
I called out. Stop.
Normally either assault rifles, SMGs, or even some LMGs weren't viable at the time, but now it can work. So overall, I'd say the FAMAS really shreds the zombies in any game mode. It shreds an Outbreak, Onslaught, it's just so good. Plus you have basic launch, the best range out of all the, pretty much every SMG basically. So it's really a shredder. So thank you for watching everyone. Until next time, when I cover up even more weapons and cover up, which are basically my favorites now. Until then, farewell, and have a wonderful day everyone.